Hello everyone and welcome to Infused Transitions. As you can see today, if you are returning and you know I've used this deck before, this is the I Found It children's playing deck. And I just enjoyed being able to do a reading with this before, and I decided to do it again. I'm not taking those because I haven't even started. If you are interested in knowing more about me, how I work, what I do in addition to this, it is in my website is linked in the description box below. If you'd like to understand how I read, because I'm an intuitive reader, it again is in the description box below. As always, only take what resonates, leave the rest. And I appreciate each and every one of you for being here, for joining us. Appreciate all the subscribes, likes, and shares, as that helps the channel. It helps me, but more importantly, it helps anyone else who could possibly benefit from any of the readings and their messages. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get going. I am leaving this reading open for Utmost High, God, Source, Spirit, Universe, whatever that is for you, to bring out messages to be relayed at this time. All messages are timeless, so whenever you find this reading is the time for you. But as always, only take what resonates and leave the rest. Okay, so immediately I'm noticing right away we've got very colorful and monochromatic. We have the fireworks on the bottom of the deck with the clock. This could be about divine timing, but it is telling me that there is a victory coming of some sort, celebration coming of some sort. So that could play a significant role for some of you. Again, take it how it resonates. For some of you, it's something that's a success that is a divine timing. For others of you, excuse me, this is about a celebratory event, meaning going to an event. All right. First things first. So in this card, or in this specific card, what I'm seeing is a variety of things that are like, it's like the feeling I'm getting from it is expect the unexpected and be willing to take a bird's eye view of it versus being down here. Look at it from up here and looking down to see the broader picture, to see the details that we normally don't see when we're right up in it. Attitude is everything. So you see Pooh there is, he's happy. He's up there flying around instead of freaking out and everything. He's happy. He's looking at this bird's eye view. He's checking things out. My eye is being drawn to this garden. So for some, it could be, there may be a benefit for you to, at this time, look at your eating, maybe incorporating new or more, fresh foods, raw foods, more vegetables, more fruits. For some of you, that is a message. My eye is being drawn to the apple that is sitting here outside of the garden. Again, maybe changing your perspective around how you eat. For others of you, wisdom. Yeah, the owl is here next to this picnic, and again, there's an apple on the blanket that is laid out or the picnic cloth, however you want to say that. The owl is there, which to me is talking about having maybe incorporating some wisdom around your food choices, your eating plan. But again, expect the unexpected. It feels like there might be things that are going to surprise you, like, wow, I didn't even know I would like that. Or this isn't as dull of a way to eat as I thought it would be. Whatever that looks like for you. I would say that there might be beliefs that you're holding that are not serving you. Excuse me. that may help you to shift that perspective. Your perspective around food, around eating, around being open to go off the trail and try something different, something new, something that for you would be very unusual and you may be very pleasantly surprised. We are seeing this scene coming in now, very monochromatic. Oh, that's really interesting. Is there one over here too? Okay, I'm not seeing one in here. So very monochromatic scene, right? Very muted, it's not totally monochromatic, but I guess monochromatic is not the right word, but it is very muted in its colors. But what I find really interesting about all of this, one, again, the apple is here again. So you've got the apple outside of the garden here. You've got an apple on the picnic cloth here. There are apples. Oh, no, yep. Just the apple outside the garden and the apple on the cloth there. But you have an apple here. At the end of the dock, there's this setup for a meal, and the apple is there. And get this, all the way over here, there's this frog for transformation right here next to the dock that has this this picnic space, and it has the apple. For some of you, because this is on a dock and it's surrounded by water and you have to walk out on the dock, I would say this is a departure, complete departure from how you used to eat or how you would normally eat. If this is something you're just kicking around, or maybe it's just now coming to you from the reading, or if it's something you've been in the process of doing. But with the frog here, I would say that changing how you eat, changing your eating pattern, or maybe even just changing how you think about food. What are some of your beliefs around food? With the frog here, I would say that this could be very transformational for you in a wonderful way. Whether you're faced with challenges right now, or you're just, this is just an open message of like, oh, well, okay, that's kind of interesting. Maybe I should just check that out and see what happens. And I feel like if you do that, you're going to be very pleasantly surprised. And then here we are, we're in this pleasant surprise, and things are colorful and playful, and the ship is out of sitting in the water and all of this emotion. So I would say for some of you, maybe the way you're eating is having a very significant impact on your emotions. If you do research, you'll see that, food is vibrational just like everything else, right? There's a difference between eating low vibing foods and high vibing foods. There's a difference between eating mediocre foods. There's a difference between combining them and having a healthy mix. And there's, the low meaning, those desserts and stuff. But I feel like for some of you, there's a strong influence on what you're eating with the quality of your emotional life. So maybe look at, do some research about emotional eating, doing research around what are high vibrational foods, do some research around cravings. Like, are you craving chocolate? Those of us who crave chocolate and or sweets, frequently it's because we feel there's not enough sweetness in our life. There's not enough of that love sweetness, and it's different kinds of love. There's not just one kind of love, but so different ones can have different. There's foods that we'll crave because we're not feeling very grounded. There's foods that we'll crave because we're feeling kind of offended and insulted about something. So really just doing your homework, don't even say homework. They're saying don't even say homework, because this isn't about work. This is about revving up your frequency and your vibration. simply looking at high vibrational foods, and even if you start out with only eating, one high vibrational food one time a week, that's something, right? Start out somewhere, anywhere, because it will bring in this playfulness for you. It is time to look at the old way of doing things as outdated and time to be upgraded, up-leveled, updated, and bringing in more of that joy, that fun, that hope. And we see here that now this table is set here with 2 cups, a fork, and a knife, and there's no food on it. There's no plates on it. And because we're talking about this, I feel like this is saying, yeah, because I am revamping. I'm revamping how I look at food, how I feel about food. I'm learning and understanding now that food has a vibration, and I want foods that are going to help me to raise my vibration. And if any of you maybe might want to be interested in checking out Medical Medium's, I think it's called Healing Foods. I'm pretty sure it's called Healing Foods book, or any of his books actually. Or he has he does lives on Amazon. But either which way, it's just finding what works for you. But the bottom line is I feel like there is this revamping that is taking place. And because we do have this on the bottom of the deck, I would say that there is reasons to celebrate, because there is going to be progress in this that is going to make a difference for you. Okay? Let's get Be You, Do You, For You is the name of the deck. I think it says from Lamar. Let's get some self-supporting cards here. Can we expand on this story, please? Can we expand on this story, please? That's too many. We're not taking those. Okay, that one we're taking because it was face down on those. The rest had moved away. So let's go. All right, first one we have is what you seek is seeking you. How interesting is that? So with that in mind, I would say that, what you seek is seeking you. So there's something you are seeking. And I feel like a key component of that is revamping how you feel, think about food, and how you feed your body, how you feed your vessel. That is what we use here in this reality. It says, I trust in the timing of my life. Everything I want comes to me exactly when I need it. Now, again, if you are a person who, when I read any of these and you go, yeah, right, or, well, that's not my story. Well, that never happens for me. These are beliefs. Have that bird's eye view and shift your story. Becoming aware of these beliefs is so cornerstone in shifting our realities, because these are non-serving beliefs. They're not helping you. They don't support you. Again, negative thought, negative talk, negative walk, negative experience. And negative for me is just talking about these are things that they're negative because they negate who we truly are. They're negative because they negate our alignment. Right? They're negative because they negate our alignment, our balance, our harmony, our inner joy, our peace, our happiness, our health, our wealth, our love. So, if you want to create change, it's looking like for many of you, there are beliefs that need to be addressed overall about your quality of life and why it is that way. And then there's beliefs that need to be addressed around how you are choosing to support your body to function in this reality. And the last one we have for this deck is the universe is filled with endless opportunities for me. Now, again, if you have any, snarky, smart alecky, down, depressed, angry, bitter, any kind of feelings that are low vibing feelings, don't judge yourself. All been there, done that. Don't judge yourself. Write them down. Write them down, and because awareness is key. Becoming aware of these things and recognizing them for what they are is like so important. All right, this is TLC for the Soul by Shauna Lee Gibson. I will try to remember to put the decks down below, but I think I've basically already told you all of them that I'm using. So, and in case I didn't say it, the kids decks, it's the I Found It Disney card game for kids. All right, let's just get one for here, please. Can we get one from this deck to continue this story further? If it takes too long for the shuffling, feel free to fast forward in the video. Wow, it is taking a while, huh? Let's get one more. Let's get one card, not one more, but one card from this deck in regards to TLC for the Soul. I'm just about ready to say, you know what? Okay, I'm not feeling it for this deck. Okay. We are going to go to Divine Doors. Let's get Divine Doors. Can we get a, let's further the story of this reading, please. They keep showing me the other deck. It's a deck I don't have sitting over here. I may end up having to go get the other deck. There we go. Thank you. Again, this is the Divine Doors deck. Andres and Gracia. All right. We have the Sacred Lotus door. So the Sacred Lotus, compassion in action, the chosen tool. I now see the lotus in your spirit's jewel. So, very powerful message when you think about what we're talking about here, because everybody's like, oh, well, it's just about my eating. You want me to diet? No, I'm not telling you to do anything. Again, only take what resonates, leave the rest. I am not an advisor for you in that capacity. Read the disclaimers that are in my description box. I'm not a nutritionist. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a nurse. You know, you need to do your own homework and check with your own doctor. But this is talking about finding a way to better fuel your body. And I find it interesting. So it's compassion in action. Compassion for your body. Our bodies do phenomenal work that I don't even have the tip of the iceberg from the few things. I've got a couple of friends who are just one that's a naturopath. Another one, just bottom line is they have a lot of wisdom and knowledge and information about the body. And whenever we start talking about something that has to do with the body, it just fascinates me. With our bodies really are incredible. And this whole message is about how do we help our body to be in its best version of itself and in a high vibrational way. Compassion in action. And the chosen tool here, the chosen tool is how do we fortify that body? How are we feeding and fueling that body? And I now see the lotus in your spirit's jewel. And again, that makes complete sense to me, because it's, you know, the lotus flower is a very spiritually connected kind of flower. You see it a lot in spiritual stuff, because it talks about that spiritual expansion, your ascension, your growth, your enlightenment, your path, your journey. And part of this, I think, is, again, a very foundational piece of your ascension, your journey, your spiritual growth, your spiritual path comes down to how are you fueling your body. And I'm going to grab those other decks that they're showing me. So I'm going to pause this for a moment. Okay, here we go. So these are my Cheryl Richardson decks. I have my daily affirmation cards, self-care cards, and her grace cards. We're going to pull from each of these. I do always shuffle after every time I use them. So just so you're aware, if I don't shuffle a lot, it doesn't mean that they haven't been shuffled, because they are shuffled a lot after each reading. All right. So I love these decks. I love the imagery in them. They're just a beautiful feeling deck. They just really feel wonderful. Seeing this, I would say that for some of you, there is a lot about emotional healing. And in order to find that inner peace that you're seeking, that you're wanting so much, again, it may sound like, yeah, right, but how we fuel our body plays a huge role in how we feel. And this one just fell out into my lap. Devotion. Stay connected to the divine. Pray, express your gratitude, or ask for help out loud. Make the practice of devotion a daily habit. Again, I really feel like a lot of this is around an emotional eating of various emotions. Maybe some of you have gone through some challenges recently that have just really made you feel quite challenged. And I say that because it's like I see this sea of emotions literally hitting here up against the dock, and it's just like not working anymore. But when we feed those emotions with low vibing foods, we only continue to reinforce their strength, which is why it's so important to, all right, let's calm it down. Let me do my homework and find out what high vibrational foods are good for me. On the bottom of the deck, we have the soul card. Practice good soul care. The quality of your outer life is always dependent on the quality of care we give to our soul. It's also dependent on the quality of care that we give to our body. Strength fell out. We have face your fear. Every challenge is a blessing in disguise, a gift that makes us stronger, more conscious, and ultimately more alive. And I mean, how true and appropriate is that for what we're talking about here? Illumination. Believe in the power of grace. When we least expect it, a new door will open and the light of grace will illuminate our next step. And again, that new perspective, that new understanding, a new way of looking at things. This is going to bring forward beliefs that are ready for you to release. Simply by becoming aware of them makes a huge difference in our progress. Okay. And release. The last one here is release. Let go. When we release our attachment to the outcome, we allow the power of grace to work its magic. So again, for some of you, it may be, well, I'm only going to eat differently because I'm forcing myself to eat this way because I'm trying to lose weight. Or, well, I'm going to, again, think about the vibration of what you say or what you think, whether you say it out loud or not. Because that kind of a frequency and vibration is not serving you very well, right? But yeah, it is about releasing not just the attachment to the outcome, but releasing the things that are just not serving anymore, releasing those beliefs and those things that are just not serving. It's time to let them go. It's time to clean house, so to speak. Okay. All right, let's get one from here, or we'll ask for one. We'll see what comes out. Let's get a card. Let's continue with the storyline here, please. Oh my gosh. Release again. Release and release. So clearly there are things that need to be let go of. Have a good cry. Grief is a doorway to your deepest self. So again, yeah, as I said, it's about acknowledging these things, and then and they're coming to our conscious awareness so we can let them go. And for those of you who have things that you're grieving or you're mourning, it's not about tucking them away. It's not about judging them. It's about processing them. It really is about processing them. Guidance, yeah. Look up. Look, do the research. There's the owl again. There's the owl here. Here's the owl here. Guidance. Ask for guidance. The divine will meet your every need. But to me, and there's transformation again with the frog. Achievement. So this can be done. This can be done. Chase your dreams. You may be surprised where they lead you. Again, expect the unexpected. Opening yourself up to new perceptions, new understandings, new beliefs that are in alignment with you. But the owl, this is about, being wise and intelligent about your choices. And do we see here how half of his thing in front of him is an old book, and the other one is a computer. And in this day and age, that's actually a very old keyboard. But the bottom line is, you get the gist. It is about, it's time to upgrade, update, up level your way of thinking, doing, being. And apparently in this particular read, it is talking specifically about how you eat, how you look at food, what's the quality of your food, what is the quality of the vibration of what you're putting into your body. And I find this really interesting for me personally, because I have been on my own revamping journey. And before I sit down and do a read, I always, I clear the space, I clear myself, I do my thing to get myself prepped and ready, right? And one of those things is to move aside my stuff so that the messages that come through are for those that I serve, that I'm here for. And yet this is something very aligned with what I'm working on myself at this moment. And I find that interesting when that happens. I enjoy it when there's that alignment, that it's almost like that feeling of, see, well, it's okay. It's not just me. This is something that various people are working through. It's that camaraderie, I guess, if you want to look at it that way. All right, let's continue. Let's get just, at least one more. All right, so we have the squirrel, again, physical health. This one is about physical health. I honor my sensuality by exploring sights, sounds, scents, and textures that make me feel alive and connected to my body. I mean, you can't make this stuff up. You can't make this stuff up. I can't see it there. You can't make this stuff up. Obviously, when we are addressing the body and we're talking about one of the very foundations of what make up our body, part of this journey is going to help you to get connected with your senses, not just your earthly senses, but when you get yourself lined up with one of your foundational things, which is our human body, because we are having a human experience, and we, if our body gives out because we're not taking care of it, our journey here ends, right? So it is amazing to me how, exploring, he's up here with that bird's eye view, expect the unexpected, be exploratory. And it talks about sight, sound, scent, texture, being alive, being connected with our body. And doing all of this stuff starts at a very foundational basis. Addressing your beliefs, changing your perspective, being experimental in how you fortify and nurture your body. And this is going to expand your connection with your body, your physical body, but it is also the higher vibing foods you eat. You raise your own vibration, which helps put you in alignment with getting connected with your intuitive self, getting connected with your spiritual gifts, talents, skills, and abilities. So I'm loving this reading. This has been a beautiful reading. I hope you guys found it that way as well. Give me a thumbs up if you liked this reading. Also, don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, because that does help the channel and that does help me. Yes, but more importantly, it gets these messages out to other people who could possibly really benefit from a timely message coming in that aligns for them. And on this deck looking, I just happened to look over here and I see speak it into being, right? What did I say earlier? Or I think I said it. I know I say it frequently. You know, how we think is how we speak, which is how we walk, right? Positive or negative thought, positive, negative talk, positive, negative walk. And that is going to create our experience. So what do you want to speak into being? And notice here again, we've got all these books here and with, you know, her cup of whatever here and sitting in her chair. This doesn't have to be, oh, I got to study, I got to study. No, this can be something that is fun, something that you enjoy. This is about you devoting time to you. This is about you doing your part to doing your part to change your story, doing your part to change the quality of your vibration. My life is a beautiful, beautiful reflection of my soul. This is our goal. And notice we have soul on the bottom of the deck here. So again, I really hope that this was helpful for you guys. I hope that you enjoyed this reading. And until next time,